There you, there you go. Good morning, real closers. Good morning. We're back Monday. Every Monday, 8:30. We come back here with Gus and we talk about Power Hour. Get you motivated, get you started with closing deals. And today is how can an ISA help you prospect homeowners? How can you push your business to the next level? I mean, we do talk a lot about this, right? How can we leverage people? All right, Gus, take it away. Let us know.
Yeah. Awesome. No, thanks so much, Roberto. And I want to start, the conversation by setting the table a little bit, right? Like, what's the big opportunity when it comes to prospecting for homeowners right now? Prospecting for listings, prospecting for sellers. What's the big opportunity? Because I want people to identify the opportunity first, because the ISA is the how. The ISA is not the goal, right? Oh, I need an ISA to get all these listings. No, hold on. You need a strategy first. You need to have a plan to properly use that ISA in your business. And I love the fact you had John DeSmit here in the group live last week. If you haven't seen that talk, folks, you gotta check him out. He's awesome. He's basically giving away his best tips and tricks because he's a master at converting expireds for sell by owners, even circle prospecting leads. The guy's awesome. He's a client of Power ISA, and he's just absolutely killing it. And he's in one of the hottest markets in the country, Charlotte, North Carolina. They're not really feeling the shift, not yet, right? Not in a huge way, the way California, Washington, Nevada, Arizona are at this moment. But they'll get there. I mean, they're going to feel the shift. It's going to become a more balanced market. It's more balanced for them than it was 6 months ago, but it just went from a white hot blazing seller's market to a really hot seller's market for that, right? So it's a little bit different. But even in that market, he is getting conversations, getting appointments, converting these for sell by owners and expireds into deals, and he's doing it with an ISA. So I want to set the table, and I want to let you guys know, right? Year over year, we're seeing a massive increase in expired listings. We're seeing a massive increase in expired listings. It was 30, 40%. And then on July 1st, I measured this. This was like a month ago, a month and a half ago, on July 1st, it went up 70%. Wow. 70% year over year on July 1st. And for those who don't know, January 1st and July 1st are kind of the bellwethers of the expired market. That's when most listings expired in most of these markets, right? It was up 70% year over year on July 1st, because a lot of those spring listings didn't sell as fast as people expected, especially out west. The market shifted underneath people's feet. And how do you reflect that? We see increasing days on market. We see more active listings. Las Vegas has 10 times more active listings than pending listings right now, guys. 10 times. Phoenix, Arizona, I think it's 3 to 4 times active listings versus pending listings. Not every market's the same. Miami is at like 1.5 to 2 actives per pending. Charlotte is like 1 to 1. Charlotte, North Carolina, 1 active for 1 pending. It's a very tight market on inventory, but it's shifting, guys. It's changing. Inventory levels are going up. Another indicator of the shift are expireds. Expired listings. More listings are going expired. And I'm seeing this happen a lot. A listing goes expired, and the seller is honestly shell-shocked. They're kind of confounded. Like, what happened here, right? I didn't know what to do. My home wasn't selling. All my neighbors sold for this amount of money, and my agent didn't have a plan. They didn't know what to do, right? The agent was caught off guard. They weren't sure what to do. They were expecting one thing to happen, and something different happened. So it is crazy. The amount of times I'm seeing, Roberto, sellers not want to budge on price and let their listing expire. The next agent that comes in and just lays out reality for them, they'll make the adjustment they need to make, right? They just weren't able to get there with their previous agent because they lost trust. They weren't doing the right activities. A bunch of things can happen, guys. A bunch of things can happen to let a listing expire. But someone coming in and telling people what they need to do and showing them a plan that you're prepared for, they're willing to go with you and make that happen, right? Because the market is shifted, the market is changing, and someone that can educate them in the market of today can have a huge opportunity. So expireds is one of those ways. one of those ways. And here's another one. Even the old expireds are great opportunities right now, because an old expired is very different from a very recent expired. They're not getting called by 50 to 100 people. They're not getting bombarded with folks, right? It's almost like a circle prospecting call. You're just checking in to see, you saw their home was in the market before. Are they still interested in selling that home? Because you're working with XYZ number of buyers. Would they be interested in that, right? Is there any kind of interest for what they're willing to get for that property? And then just kind of wait and what they see. So old expireds can also be a big opportunity. Another big opportunity that your ISA can help you with, for sale by owners. The same way we're seeing less offers, more competition, higher days on market for regular listings, FSBOs are seeing the exact same thing. A year ago, Roberto, and I told you about this, I stopped talking about for sale by owners and expireds in my content. I stopped. A lot of my clients gave up on expired and FSBOs the last winter, because when we hit historically low inventory, I think it was December, like the lowest inventory on record for the US. When we kind of hit that, a lot of guys threw up their hands and said, I'm not doing this, right? There's too few of them. And the sellers are too cocky. They're too arrogant. They don't want any go. They're just not budging, because the homes could practically sell themselves, right? This was December, January timeframe. Those things have changed, guys. It used to be I avoided the topic. Starting April, May of this year, I went full on back in because I could see the numbers shifting. I could see the numbers changing. And you always want to be one step ahead. You want to be one step ahead of the curve. I started talking about expired and FSBO again, and those numbers are going up. For sale by owner, it's a different tactic for sale by owners and expired listings, because you're not shooting to kill on the first try with the for sale by owner, because the first week they're on the market, they're hopeful. They think they're going to sell. Their neighbor sold. Some other guy they know sold FSBO. Save up that money. It's pointless to get an agent, right? That's what they're telling them. Of course, they believe that. But if you check in the following week and the week after that, those first 15, 20 days, you get an opportunity when their confidence wanes. They're not getting the offers they expected. They're not getting the traffic they expected. Guess what? Pricing matters a lot now, right? Because the market's not going to forgive an error in your pricing like it would 6 months ago, 8 months ago, right? You couldn't misprice a home completely. The market was moving so fast in an upward trend. It might not even matter if you price the property appropriately. If you underprice a property, you got a 50-person bidding war. If you accurately price a property, you got a 15-person bidding war. And if you went too high on price, within a few weeks, you'd still get an offer, right? Because the market was moving so fast and buyers were so frustrated. With the market shifting, the advice and the help of a professional real estate, a pro that knows what they're doing and knows how to get a home sold, is 10 times more valuable now than it was 6 months ago, and certainly more than it was a year ago, because it's taken a little bit more work to get those homes sold. Days on market is inching up and across the board in all of these markets. In some of them, it's inching up by a ton. In some of them, a little bit less. But those days on market work in your favor with the FSBO. They're still on the market. Checking in, drop some value. The approach that I like the most with FSBOs is, because this lends itself to my personality. That's why I like it so much. Give them tips on how to get their home sold. Like, call them up and tell them, hey, you got to do this, you got to do that, right? And you're going to throw them off. You do two things. Number one, you throw them off because you're not just trying to get the listing in front of them, right? You got a buyer in your back pocket. You're not trying to do the same thing everyone else is trying to do. You're checking in and you're telling them what's wrong with their listing, what they should do better, right? And the really pro people that I work with, the best clients that are doing this, are literally have a PDF they can send them. Hey, I've got a guide on how to promote your home on social media way better than what you're doing right now. I'm not saying anything in your home on social. Oh, really? Check this out, right? Here's a free guide. Check it out. Oh, wow. And guess what? Those pictures, they need a lot of work, right? Check these out. I've got some examples of how to take better pictures for your property. Check it out. Oh, wow. And drop a few of those seeds. And then the second and third week, you're checking in with them. They might, number one, they might actually take your call because they're tired of having, mostly agents are calling them. They're very frustrated with that. They don't like that. But they might actually take your call and talk to you because all you do is give them value, right? All you do is give them value. But don't ask for that business right away. Wait till the second week, wait till the third week. Our good John D. Smith says it's day 15 to 20. That's when you're going to strike, right? That's when you go, hey, I'd love to talk with you guys and show you what I can do, right? You're doing a good job here, you're making an effort, but this market is really tough. It's getting tougher, right? Where would you go if this home were sold? What's your plan? Digging the motivation. That's hard to do on the first call. It's very challenging to do with a FSBO. They don't want to talk to you. They know what you want, right? They know what you want and they don't want to give it to you. Second, third time you're checking in, they might be open to talking what their motivation is. They might show you some of those cards because all you've done is provide value to them. That's all you're trying to do, right? And trying to be a resource for them. So when they're starting to think their plan is not going to work, they might think of you and they might call you, right? That's what I love to see. FSBOs calling my clients because someone's made an intro, they're providing a ton of value, and they're trying to move the needle forward, and they love them for that. They love them for that, right? So for expired, old expired, for sell by owner, and last but not least, circle prospecting, guys. Circle prospecting. John D. Smith has gotten, I think, 14 motivated sellers that are going to be working with him in the next 3 to 6 months, mostly from circle prospecting, one of the hottest markets in the US. So I know this works in a lot of markets, right? The biggest reason these folks are working with him is because interest rates are going up. That's the biggest reason. And what's happening? A lot of folks that were on the fence are now getting way more serious about selling because they're not sure what's going to happen 12 months from now, right? The general sense in the whole country is that the market is peaked. And in most of these markets, that's true. June, July, we'll know this 6 to 12 months from now, Roberto. We can't know this now. We can't know this now. But it's feeling like the market is peaking the summer in the US. We're seeing the top of the market. And what does that mean? A ton of people are listing right now. And more are going to list in the coming months because they want a piece of the top of that market, right? They want to catch some of that equity they feel can be evaporating every now and then. And circle prospecting has been one of the top ways that John has gotten in touch with these folks, right? And one of the most efficient ways to do circle prospecting is to have your ISA do it for you. Call people up, ask them if they have any plans to move, right? And if you need a circle prospecting script, I've got one for you. Drop a comment below. You'll get a free circle prospecting script from us that we've used to generate hundreds of transactions, made thousands of calls with it, probably hundreds of thousands of calls with that script. And it's still one of our top producing scripts. Very simple script, because circle prospecting is all about being quick, asking the question, and just sitting back and see what they say. And you just have to do that a lot of times, every single day, right? Circle prospecting, and ISA helping you do circle prospecting, one of the most efficient ways to leverage your time. Leverage your time. John D. Smith got 2 listings, 14 hand raisers, and one of the 2 listings closed within his first 60 days, okay? Within his first 60 days. And again, he's awesome. I mean, the ISA did part of the work. You got to do the work on the other end. So John's really good at that. And a great market. And the market is in your favor with prospecting right now. That wasn't true a year ago. It wasn't true a year ago. It was tough out there for prospecting agents. A lot of folks never gave up. They kept doing the work. But diminishing returns. That's changing now. That ROI is bumping up, and it's only going to get better. I don't know if John showed you this when you guys talked last week. He has a stack like this of recently expired listings. And that stack is getting bigger every single day, right? It's going to continue to be bigger, right? Get an ISA can be a great way to leverage your time and help do the follow-up, initial contact, nurturing for all of these different lead types, right? And I didn't even get into absentee owner, probates, other potential prospecting-based businesses that an ISA can be great at getting the conversation started and having the ISA, their first job should be, Roberto's going to give you a call to introduce himself and show what he can do for you. That's the goal. Get them in front of you. Even if it's not an appointment, right? qualified seller in Roberto's pipeline. Here you go, Roberto. Give him a call. This guy wants to sell. He's doing it within the next 6 months, within the next year. It doesn't matter, right? There's some motivation to sell. You should talk to him, right? That is the number one way we're seeing ISAs have an impact, whether they're calling Facebook expired or circle prospecting. What we use this term, I got this from John, shake the tree. The ISA should shake the tree every single day and generate 1, 2, 3, and some of these markets up to 5 qualified seller leads every single day for you to follow up with. And so you're not making 8 hours of calls a day like the ISA is. You're getting to call 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new people every single day, right? And the person that has the most real estate centered conversations every single day is going to do well, guys, no matter what the market's doing, right? This year, 2022, we're going to see less transactions than last year. That's been predicted all along because last year was so crazy. 6.12 million, I think, homes sold last year. This year, even with everything that's going on this year, everyone's still predicting 5 to 5.5 million homes will be sold this year. 5 to 5.5 million homes with the market we're in right now, right? So your only job is to get your unfair share of those 5.5 million homes being sold, 11 million sides to those transactions, 11 million sides, right? Your job is to get your unfair share of those sides. That's it. Do not get stuck in the doom and gloom of the moment, of the headlines, of the prognosticators, of the crystal ball experts. Work in the market you're seeing right now. Focus on what's right in front of you, right? Mm-hmm. Keep an eye on the national trend because it's important, but keep another eye squarely focused on what's going on in your market and how you can help motivated buyers and sellers make that transaction happen, guys. Make it happen. And an ISA can be a huge part of that formula.
We're going to drop that link if you guys want to take a look at what Guz is offering with ISAs. But just to keep, if you're new in the business, pick up the phone, start calling FSBOs, start calling expires. We work closely with the team right now. And man, these guys are killing it with FSBOs. We already have an ISA. We're getting our second ISA from Guz today.
We're actually helping. That's a great point. I forgot that, right? Because Roberto's not just, a member of this community. It's a client of Power ISA. And I'll be really honest with you. It was a client before, I was even in Real Closers, right? So that's how we built it. That's how you found out about us. So we're getting your second ISA ready to go out there and generate more deals for you guys. And we can do the same thing for you folks. Reach out to Power ISA because we can get you an experienced, competent, awesome ISA for $5 to $6 an hour, guys. This is really, really awesome. It's part of our brand new offer we got out there. You guys got to check this out. But keep going, Roberto. Sorry, I interrupted you, but tell us what this team that you're working with, what are they doing that's working?
So right now, man, they're bringing in FSBOs, they're bringing expireds, and right now the expireds that were, they're shocked, right, when they talk to them. And what the point I was trying to make with that is that, look, if you're already closing business, you need to leverage someone like an ISA, whether you want to hire, outside or whatever, right? The nice thing about working with Guz is he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's talking about. He sets you up with the right person. And dude, it's like, if you're making money already, get a little bit of that money, leverage someone like an ISA who's going to just get you more business.
Yeah, exactly. Invest it in your business.
You have to invest in your business if you want to grow and scale. But yeah, I mean, the guys, that I'm working with, they're killing it right now. And we're working on a second ISA right now just to kind of help us leverage, and get more appointments, right? Because with a lot of the work that you do with an ISA and you're getting 4 or 5, leads a day that are raising their hand, you're going to get a backlog of people that you need to follow up with, right? So now you not only have one ISA to do outbound calling, but now we're getting a second one to take care of the follow-up that we need to do.
The nurturing part.
Exactly. Yeah. And the plan right now is to the next 30 to 60 days at probably another 2. That's just how fast this team is scaling right now.
Exactly. And, and it's scaling because you guys are doing things that are working, right? You guys have figured out the lead generation aspect of it. So that's the first problem you have to solve. You have to have people to call, right? What are you using to call? What scripts will follow? That's problem number one. The ISA adds leverage to that machine, right? The ISA, no one goes out there, oh, I want to hire a bunch of ISAs today. That's not the goal, guys. The goal is find something that's working and augment it, increase it, leverage using an ISA, right? And if you guys are curious, what could be working, what's working in other markets, I'd love to have that conversation with folks. We'll drop the link below. It's really easy, powerisa.com/realclosers. Have a conversation with our team. We can share what's working with you guys. If that's the first problem you have to solve, let's solve that first so that an ISA can become part of your solution. Because the ISA is not the be all end all. It's a tool to supercharge an awesome lead generation machine. And if you need help with that first problem, you should still reach out and we can get that conversation started.
Absolutely. So we'll drop the links in the comments. All right, guys. Again, thank you for showing up every Monday, 8:30 Power Hour. Let's get you going. Let's get you started. Let's get you scaling. We probably need to make that our motto for Mondays.
Yeah, 100%, man. Let's do it.
All right, guys. See you later,
Thanks.
man. Have a good one.
Bye.